Esther, a young Jewish girl, became queen and bravely saved her people, showing that God can use anyone for a great purpose. King Xerxes, the ruler of the vast Persian Empire, which stretched from India to Kush. King Xerxes was a powerful and wealthy king who wanted to showcase his grandeur. He threw a massive feast that lasted for 180 days to display the riches of his empire. The feast was held for all the princes, military leaders, and officials from his kingdom, and it was a grand celebration of his strength and wealth. After the long feast, King Xerxes hosted another lavish banquet, this time for the people of Susa, the capital city. The feast lasted for 7 days, and during this time, the king drank wine with his guests and enjoyed the festivities. On the 7th day, after the king had drunk a lot of wine, he decided to show off the beauty of his queen Vashti to his guests. He called for her to come and appear before him, wearing her royal crown, so that everyone could admire her beauty. But Queen Vashti refused to come when summoned. She did not want to be humiliated or treated as a spectacle in front of a crowd of men. King Xerxes was furious at Vashti's refusal. He turned to his advisors, asking them what should be done. The advisors, fearing that Vashti's disobedience would inspire other women in the kingdom to disrespect their husbands, suggested that the king take decisive action. They recommended that the king remove Vashti as queen and send a decree across the empire that every man should rule his own house and that wives should honor their husbands. Xerxes followed their advice, and Queen Vashti was banished from the palace. The king's decree was sent out across the land, and it stated that all women must respect their husbands. This event set the stage for what would happen next in the kingdom. With Vashti no longer queen, the king was left alone, and he needed a new queen to take her place. It was in this moment of uncertainty that Esther, a young Jewish woman, would play a crucial role in saving her people. After the decision to remove Vashti, King Xerxes felt lonely and sad. His advisors suggested that he find a new queen. They proposed a beauty contest with young women from across the empire would be brought to the palace, and the king would choose his new queen from among them. Among the young women was Esther, a beautiful Jewish woman who was raised by her cousin Mordecai. Esther was an orphan, and Mordecai took care of her after her parents died. Esther was brought to the palace and placed in the care of Haggai, the king's eunuch, who looked after the women. Esther gained favor with Haggai, and he gave her special treatment. She was provided with the best beauty treatments, and Esther was kind and humble, winning the hearts of everyone who met her. When it was time for Esther to meet King Xerxes, he was immediately taken with her beauty and grace. He chose her to be his new queen. However, Esther did not reveal her Jewish identity, as Mordecai had advised her to keep it a secret. Mordecai, who worked at the king's gate, overheard a plot by 2 of the king's guards to assassinate Xerxes. Mordecai informed Esther, and she passed the information along to the king, giving Mordecai credit for the discovery. The plotters were arrested and executed, and the king's life was saved. This event was recorded in the royal chronicles, though Mordecai was not immediately rewarded. Watch out for the next episode.